morning, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works workshop. It is Thursday. I didn't do a lot yesterday because Leon, being one of my best friends, and his wife was down here as well, and my wife, we all took off and just went around, did a little local sightseeing. In fact, if the file turns out, I'll show you the spring that we went and visited. It is called Yelton Springs, and it was the property at one time was owned by the great-grandfather, I believe, or the grandfather, maybe both, of my neighbor who lives right over the hill.
Standing.
By the way, speaking of Leon and his wife Regine made this and gave this to my wife Sue. It is absolutely beautiful. And you first glance, you look at this, from a distance you might think, well, that's made out of ceramic or clay or something. And of course, as you get up closer, you can see the stitching in it. And then you can tell that it's made out of some sort of fiber. And yet now you're thinking maybe some kind of a rope or something, or hemp or something. Nope. Look at it really close. Can you see what it's made out of? It's made out of pine needles. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's just gorgeous. So Regine, thank you so much for that. It's just really beautiful. Very nice work. One more thing I'd like to add this morning to the vlog is that a viewer customer purchased quite a few of our songs and added a huge bonus tip to that, and I just wanted to recognize him and say thank you so very much. That's Jason Horde. So Jason, thank you very, very kindly. We really, really do appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed the songs. After Leon and his wife Regine left yesterday, I spent quite a bit of time in the Bat Cave, contemplating on how, by the way, you can read the rest of the shirt here. Yeah, draw your own conclusions. I spent a lot of time in the Bat Cave yesterday contemplating how I was going to handle this mandolin. Now, you know me, I've always said try to do the simple thing first. I've known how I was going to fix this from the very first moment. And the very first moment is that I'm going to, I told you that it's impossible to make this hold unless this has this tab across here. At least that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to that. I mean, I guess you could do some kind of dowel magic or something, but that's just really weird, and you don't want to do that if you don't have to. But anyway, this tab going across here needs to be rebuilt. Now, in an earlier video, much earlier video, probably 5-7 years ago, I showed how I rebuilt that tab on a violin. And as a matter of fact, one of my viewers last night sent me a clip of a different person fixing a violin the way I need to fix this. And I said, well, that person might have seen my video, how I repaired this. I said, I did this years ago. So this isn't my first rodeo on fixing something like this, by the way. I'm at least 90% confident I can fix this way. If I get it fixed the way I'm planning to fix it, I'm 99% confident it'll hold. That's about as confident as you can be. You know, there's always things you don't know about this stuff. Now, when I said this neck is loose, I want to clarify. It's not loose like you can move it. I can't really see. I want to make my eyes believe I can see it moving, but I can't really. I mean, it really doesn't move. It only moves under string pressure, and it's creeping. Now, why is it creeping? Well, my guess is that the glue joint itself is not tight. And they've got a lot of extra glue in there, and the glue is stretching, is what I'm believing that it is. Now, that's not good. I can tell you right now, no glue works well when it's a super loose joint and a lot of glue in there. I don't care what kind of glue it is, it's going to creep or it's going to break. Tight bond would creep, hide glue would break. So either way, you got a problem. So I'm pretty sure whoever put this together didn't get this joint tight like they needed to get it tight. Like me, I'll always put little thin shims in there or something to tighten up the joint. It has to be tight or you're wasting your time. Well, having said that, I still think I can fix this without taking it completely apart, because I always say try to do the simple thing first. You can always go deeper. You can always go much more complicated. And that's where I'm going to head here. This mandolin, in my opinion, is not a valuable enough mandolin, at least not in a monetary sense. Now, it may be, this may be a sentimental thing, then the value doesn't matter. But my point is that it probably doesn't warrant taking it completely apart to rebuild it correctly, because if I did that, we'd be talking thousands upon thousands of dollars, and it's just not worth that. But there is a way I can fix this, and I believe it will hold just fine. Now, if I had the back off of this, I could fix this, put a new tab on this, and you could probably barely even tell it. The way I'm going to fix it, you're going to be able to tell it. I'm going to actually route a dovetail in the back here. I'm exaggerating it, but I'm going to route a dovetail in this area here. Then I'm going to put a spline of wood that spans this and the dovetail, and it's going to be airtight, and it's going to lock together, clamp all tight, and that will keep this neck from pulling forward. I still think the joint is tight enough as it is to make that work. Now, if the joint was flopping around, no, that wouldn't work. But it's not doing that. It's really tight. It looks like it's still completely tight. That's why I couldn't tell there was a problem. I hope any of this makes sense to you, but that's going to be my approach to fixing this. You'll see it in the full-length video when it comes out. I'm sure my super fan Eddie could tell you which video to go look at for that violin fix. I don't know if it was the Tennessee Stradivari or if it was a different violin, but it was in that era time frame, so it was quite a few years ago. But I did actually fix one this way, and as far as I know, that one's still holding. And I know I fixed others this way too, and they've been holding. The difference is I'm not going to take this thing completely apart to fix it, because it just wouldn't make economic good sense. So there you go. That's the story. I hope you enjoyed that little update. I hope you enjoyed the little video clip on Yelton Springs. We'll see you tomorrow.